we welcome you to today's Hockey Night Lights on the convenient confines of Lincoln University, your UTA Spartans. Today's officials are led by our Blue Commander Connor, and the lines are Rachel Logan and the amusement store with King Mitchell. NCAA Division II in the Sunshine State Conference, Paul's sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request for cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Use the non-conjunctive, profanity, racial, substance, or usually provide for that language or action for officials or moments. Spectators or institutional administrators will not be charged and are for removal from the premises. Thank you and enjoy tonight's match. Contributions to Tampa Volleyball and the Tampa Men's Volleyball Club. Continuing with the story books at the University of Tampa. And now we have such a please welcome Secretary of America with the playing of our national anthem. Number 1, Mary Jo. Number 3, Blake Williams. Number 5, Jane Greenberg. Number 7, Annabelle Stokes. Number 9, Alex McGee. Number 11, Taylor Nelson. Number 15, Ashley Schroeder. Number 16, Joseph Strong. Number 17, Kelly Evans. And 19, Nicola Dutra. And also for Spartans. A grad student from Trento, Italy, number 4, Julia Santieri. A junior from Carmel, Indiana, number 8, Savannah Roger. A sophomore from Durham, Texas, number 12, Kelsey Roger. A freshman from Rockwall, Texas, number 13, Annie Ashcraft. A freshman from Port St. Louis, Lucy, Florida, number 14, Cindy Porter. A junior from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 18, Harper Stokes. A sophomore from Katy, Texas, number 22, Addison Chapman. A third of the Selfish History, Ether, assisted by Lisa and Suzanne Russia. Here are your University of Tampa Spartans. First, the Spartans reserves, number 1, Taylor Montero. Number 4, Megan Schreck. Number 7, Maddie Sofarelli. Number 10, Jess Schminkler. Number 12, Haley Dillon. Number 16, Lady Purdue. Number 22, Jenna Baskey. And number 33, Mark Carter. And now we're starting to start with the freshman from Orange, for number 2, Connor Ron. A sophomore from Puerto Rico, number 3, Ana Rivera. Freshman from Fleming Island, Florida, number 5, Jacob Rodriguez. Junior from St. Petersburg, Florida, number 6, Jenna Cato. Junior from Nicholson, Honduras, number 8, Natalie Correa. Senior from Florida, number 9, Zoe Santo. Senior from Durham, Georgia, number 11, Rachel Brown. And a senior from St. Petersburg, Florida, number 15, Kelly Cole.
A huge win for the Spartans last night, a ranked matchup against Lynn that Tampa won in straight sets. They'll try to do the similar against the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish, and they have not dropped a set against Palm Beach since 2021. Welcome in to the broadcast booth here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Josh Sperber here as we get ready for the Tampa Spartans taking on the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish. The Spartans now in first place after yesterday's three-set victory over Lynn, 11-2 in conference play, looking for their 20th win overall against Palm Beach Atlantic, who has yet to win a Sunshine State Conference matchup and is 6-18 on the year so far. 14 of those losses have come against SSC opponents. For the Spartans, who are rocking a 12-match win streak against the Sailfish, they start with Connor Ron, Jenna Davis, Natalie Perez, Zoe Seput, Rachel Gregg, and Callie Coors, with JJ Ramirez wearing the red jersey as the team's libero for Palm Beach Atlantic. Their starters include Savannah Rogers as the libero, Julia Santuari, Alex McGeehan, Kelsey Rogers, Gabby Ashcroft, Sydney Corbett, and Addison Chapman. And it's Tampa that gets the first point. And the Spartans take the early lead with Zoe Seput going back to serve, and she has been one of the most successful servers on this Tampa Spartans team. Seput leads the team with 23 aces, already second to Callie Coors with those aces, but doesn't get one there, and it's the Sailfish who come out with the point. Gabby Ashcraft back to serve now for Palm Beach Atlantic, 5'9", first year out of Rockwall High School in Texas. Here's the serve. And a miscommunication, JJ Ramirez mishits the dig, and it's PBA taking their first lead of the match. Addison Chapman with the kill. Callie Coors got the only one so far for Tampa. Back-to-back points for PBA. Here's Ashcraft. Now Seput to set it up. Quick spike and a kill. Rachel Gregg with the kill to tie up the match. And that is Gregg's 91st kill of the season, with a 1.73 kills per set ratio. She has now tied this match up, and back to serve is Callie Coors. Far side, a dig up, Perez to Seput, now to the far side for Ron, and it's a punch down for the kill. Connor Ron coming from that far side, as the Spartans control the lead now 3-2 on the serve of Callie Coors, looking for their third straight point. Here's the serve. Far side, Ashcraft digs it back inbounds, and it's pounded into the net by Addison Chapman. One kill and one attack error for Chapman. And it's a 4-2 match now for Tampa as they are in control. Now Callie Coors, a senior from Osceola High School in St. Petersburg. And she hits the serve too long to give the service back to Palm Beach. It was Ashcraft who got the first serve. Now Addison Chapman, the University of Louisiana Monroe transfer in her second year. 6'4" stands Chapman as she serves Seput. The back set, Perez with the punch and the kill. And Natalie Perez, a star on this Tampa team, second on the squad now with 212 kills. The junior behind only Callie Coors in that stat. 2-point lead for the Spartans. Here's Ramirez on the serve, but it tops the net, and that's a point for PBA. 2 service errors in this first set already for the Spartans. Other than that, they have been in complete control of this match so far. And now the service from Kelsey Rogers. And that is a service error, point Tampa, who now lead by 2. Perez back to serve. She's 1 for 1. 4 attack attempts for the Spartans, 4 kills thus far. And that is going to be an ace for Natalie Perez, as that one is dug into the Spartan sign behind the PBA net. Perez with the ace, first of the match for the Spartans. And Natalie Perez now has just her 4th ace of the season. Here's Dylan on the serve, tapped over the block. Dylan dives, and it's dug up by Tampa. Great defense from the Spartans, and a block up front. And that is going to be a point for PBA. I think that it was Jenna Davis who reached over the net to try and make that block. So Palm Beach Atlantic now has the serve. Abby Zylstra, the junior from Michigan, is now back to serve for the Sailfish. 2-point lead for Tampa. And it's dug up. Seput now to Ron. Good dig, and it's blocked over by Jenna Davis. A solo block for Davis, and that makes it 8-5 in favor of the Spartans. Jenna Davis has now 13 solo blocks on the season, almost double the amount of the next nearest in that category, tied between Matt Carter and Callie Coors with 7. Service is an error, 3rd service error of the day so far for Tampa. So serving, it hasn't been their best day yet, but they still maintain an early lead as the Sailfish give that one right back with an error of their own. That was the first-year Sydney Corbett from Port St. Lucie who missed the serve. Now for the Spartans, it's Jenna Davis. Ashcraft pops out, and Ron digs it, popped over the net, chance for the Sailfish. Near side, and a power punch, no good from Chapman. Tapped over, diving save by Ashcraft. Chapman again, dug up there. Now Seput, blocked, and a kill for the Sailfish. Couple of blocks from both sides, and the longest point of the match so far goes to Palm Beach Atlantic, who now trail by 2 here in the first set. The libero back to serve, that's Savannah Rogers. Far side, Coors taps it over, finds the floor, and the lead back up to 3 for the Spartans. Callie Coors with her 2nd kill of the match. One more will give her 230 on the season. And now the serve, as it's an ace for Zoe Seput. Serve from Seput. Ashcraft taps it forward, lobbed over the block. Ramirez dives into the net, and the net is touched on the dig attempt. So Palm Beach gets the serve back. 9 serving 11 as a pair of substitutes exchange, just one substitute exchanges for the Sailfish. Coming off is Abby Zylstra, and coming on now to serve for Palm Beach Atlantic is Ashcraft. He sends it over, dug up, Seput with the set. Power spike from Perez, but it's picked up. Now from the back row, it is Corbett. Now for Perez again. A power punch from Natalie Perez, and it's 12-8. Natalie Perez with her 2nd kill of the match. And the Spartans have a 4-point lead. Here's Callie Coors. Seput, the back set for Perez, taps it over, and a diving stop by the Palm Beach libero. Dug over by Chapman. Powerful spike, and it's down on the far sideline. Rachel Gregg with the kill, and Tampa is cruising in this first set. 5 points to lead for the Spartans. And their leader in service aces Callie Coors, who is top 10 in the Sunshine State Conference in both aces and kills, gets the serve over. The libero Rogers sets it up, dug over by Corbett. Now Perez blocked, and a diving stop by Ramirez, but the dig goes out of bounds for a Palm Beach Atlantic point. And J.J. Effort will never cease to put an effort below 110%. Ramirez can be seen diving over the court at any one of these Tampa Spartan matches, which are limited as the regular season draws to a close. As Ron has her spike stuff, Coors digs it, but it goes out of bounds, and Palm Beach wins their first consecutive points. 10 serving 13 for Addison Chapman, 6'4" sophomore from Katy, Texas, and a D1 transfer from the University of Louisiana Monroe. Ramirez with the dig into her body. Seput far side to Ron, but she boots it, and the spike misses long to make it 13-11. 3-0 run for Palm Beach Atlantic on the error by Ron. And now they trail by 2. Ramirez spins it to Seput. The centering pass, it's blocked over. Seput with a diving dig. Now the far side for Ron, tapped off the block. And here is Corbett. Ramirez with the dig. Seput coming cross court. Now Ron blocked, and that's dug over by Ron. Big chance for Palm Beach here. Set up, and the power spike past Seput, and Kelsey Rogers puts Palm Beach Atlantic within 1. 13-12 the score, 4-0 run, almost eliminating a 5-point lead as the Spartans had it 13-8 before Palm Beach Atlantic serve took over. Trying to end it as Perez knocks it off the block and down for a kill. Third kill of the match for Natalie Perez. Second on the team in kills, but she leads all scorers right now with 3. And Perez, one of 2 Spartans at the moment with over 200 kills, now risen to 214. J.J. Ramirez on the serve, and Chapman from the back line, but it's out of bounds, so the point goes to the Spartans. 15 serving 12 for the senior J.J. Ramirez from Fleming Island High School in Florida, wearing the red jersey as the Spartans libero. Chapman from the back. Seput, powerful spike blocked over, and Coors digs it backwards. Nobody there. So it's 15-13 as Palm Beach gets a point. 2 will come on. The libero Savannah Rogers and the middle hitter Kelsey Rogers. No relation, but they both check off at the same time. Mary Jones into serve, and her substitution may be short-lived as she booted that one long. And Kelsey Rogers comes back on for Mary Jones. The other sub was the junior Harper Stokes, who now joins Jones and Julia Santuari up front. Chapman, Savannah Rogers, and Corbett in the back for Palm Beach. There's Corbett, but she's stuffed. Zoe Seput and Jenna Davis there on the block, and Tampa reopens their lead to 4 points. 17-13 Spartans in set number 1. Tampa in command as we head to a break. You're watching Spartans Volleyball in the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
It's been all Spartans so far on this Saturday afternoon at the Bob Martinez Center. 17-13 Tampa in set number one, and the senior Haley Dillon is back to serve. Ashcraft sends it to the far side. It's blocked down, and Palm Beach Atlantic unable to get it over. Too many hits, as on hit number 4, it finds a Spartan, and Haley Dillon will go back to serve with Tampa back to their largest lead of the set at 5 points. Jenna Davis and Zoe Seput once again combining for the block on back-to-back points. Spike off the block there as Dillon dives and digs. Now Ron with the punch. Connor Ron makes it a 6-point lead for Tampa as she smacks that spike down the line to make it 19-13. Substitution now for Palm Beach Atlantic. Julia Santuari out. And onto the floor is Abby Zylstra, the junior from Unity Christian High School in Michigan. Here's Haley Dillon on the serve. And it's an ace for Dillon. Savannah Rogers and Sydney Corbett were down to the floor for the dig attempt, but a good serve from Dillon made them unable to lift that ball up. And now it's another timeout for Palm Beach Atlantic. Tampa on a big run, 5 in a row for the Spartans. They lead by 7 in set number 1. To 13 the score as the Spartans have dominated the Sailfish so far. Haley Dillon on the serve, the architect of a 5-0 scoring run as Tampa has been excellent so far. Rogers on the dig. The spike is blocked and a diving set up by Dillon. Now Ron off the block. Good save from Zylstra, and Ron keeps it alive. Punched by Dillon, and it's blocked, or Davis, excuse me, and she spikes it again. Dug up. Ramirez with the diving dig. Collision, so it's dug over by Dillon. Will this be Palm Beach's time? Not yet. Back set from Ron. Now here comes Palm Beach. Far side, punches just long, and Tampa takes the long point and an 8-point lead. 6 points in a row now for the Spartans. They need to stretch this run to double digits to take this set quickly. Here's Dillon. Long serve pushed away. Now Ashcraft. Corbett punched in, and it's blocked. Now Ron over the block. Rogers. Good back set, but it's mishandled by Zylstra. Chance for Tampa. Davis off the block. Now the far side for Corbett. And that one off the block and out of bounds, so it's a point for the Spartans. 3 points away from taking a first set that was within 1 or 2 until the Spartans made it 8-5. Since then, they have not looked back. 22-13 the score now, but that run ends at 7 straight points on the kill from Sydney Corbett. First year from Fort Pierce Central in St. Lucie. Gives the service back to Palm Beach Atlantic, who are now trailing by 8. Great block by Zoe Seput. And the Spartans are within 2. A Tampa dig went over the net too far, and Seput right there for a crucial block. And the block solo puts the Spartans up by 9. And that spike just clips the line on the far side, and Palm Beach Atlantic takes it right back. Sydney Corbett back to serve. 23-15 now the score. Powerful spike, and it's Jenna Davis who gets the service back for the Spartans, and now they have set point. J.J. Ramirez will exit. Rachel Gregg, the junior from Georgia, will now come on for the Spartans. And here's Jenna Davis. Spartans on set point, leading by 9. Chapman into the net, and that's going to do it for set number 1. Tampa wins all but 2 with a final 10 points in the first set and wins it 25-15. We'll take a short break, and then the Spartans will switch side with Palm Beach Atlantic after Tampa takes set number 1. The Tampa Spartans held the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish to a hit percentage under 0. .03 hit percentage from Palm Beach Atlantic. 6 kills, 7 errors in 33 attempts. Tampa remarkably efficient. 12 kills and 4 errors on 29 attempts in the first set. And it was dominant after it started off kind of back and forth between Tampa and Palm Beach, but now the sides are switched and we're ready for set number 2. Here's Gabby Ashcraft with the serve. Seput with the set and a quick spike and a kill from Rachel Gregg. Tampa Spartans have mastered the quick set with Zoe Seput and any one of their attackers, as Rachel Gregg gets her third kill of the match to tie Natalie Perez for the match lead. Service coming from Megan Schreck, and that one catches the line, and it's a point for Palm Beach, who even things up at 1. The serve from Zylstra. Now it's the left hand of Genovaski, and a great diving stop by Seput. The spike goes over and lands in. Zoe Seput with a diving dig that just barely kept the ball off the ground, and the Spartans punch it over and get the point back. Now JJ Ramirez will serve. And this one might be under a look from the referees, as all three are going to the far side, the line judge, to see whether or not that ball hit the ground, I think. Zoe Seput talking to her assistant coach, Brian Imperial, as the judges confirm the point for Tampa. So it's still 2-1. JJ Ramirez still back to serve for the Spartans, as they have a 1-point lead in the set, as the line judge telling Savannah Rogers why the decision was made. So Ramirez will be back to serve. She is joined by Zoe Seput, Megan Schreck, Matt Carter, Tess Schrenger, and Genovaski. For Palm Beach Atlantic, the libero Savannah Rogers currently chatting with our head coach Jeff Huebner. She stays on. Up front for PBA is Julia Santuari, Gabby Ashcraft, and Kelsey Rogers. No relation to Savannah. Abby Zylstra waits for the serve, but it goes to Chapman. And that is blocked on Santuari's hit, but a net violation called on Tampa, tying the match up at 2 on the point to Palm Beach. So back and forth we have gone so far. And now the libero Savannah Rogers is back to serve. 2-2 the score, 1-0, as Tampa took the opener, 25-15. Another low dig from the Spartans, and a quick spike. Matt Carter skips it off the block for a Spartans point. And the liberos switch. Ana Rivera, the Puerto Rican sophomore from Notre Dame High School in Gurabao, Puerto Rico. She switches with Ramirez. As now back to serve are the Spartans. Here's Haley Dillon. Set out front, nice back set, but it's blocked by Schrenger. Another chance for Palm Beach Atlantic. Backhand tap over from Chapman. Seput and to Carter, and he bounces it off the block for the point. Back-to-back kills by Matt Carter. And the Spartans now lead by 2. 4 to the score on Haley Dillon's serve, who was the server behind that crucial 7-0 run from the Spartans in the first set. And it's an ace for Dillon. Haley Dillon, first player today with multiple service aces. It's the 4th of the match for the Spartans, and Dillon's second. She's now back to serve on a Tampa 3-0 run. And a power punch eliminates the run. Abby Zylstra gets the kill, and now it is 5-3. Zylstra, her second kill on the match. Or actually, that was Harper Stokes. Forgive me, the 16 and 18 look very similar, as that one's blocked up by Stokes. Chapman dives. Now here's Zylstra, and the dig is up by Dillon. Power spike, bounces off of Schrenger. Seput's going to tap it over, and that's going to work. A desperation slap from Zoe Seput off a broken play, and Seput comes up clutch for the Spartans again. 6-3 the score now as Tess Schrenger is back to serve. And the junior from Kentucky now sends it over. 3-point lead for the Spartans as Ashcraft to Stokes, dug up by Ramirez. Now Seput for Schreck, but she boots it long. And that's the point for Palm Beach. Ramirez switching with Anna Rivera, who's been more the defensive specialist, switching when Palm Beach comes to serve as Chapman sends it over. Schrenger, the far side for Schreck, and that kill gets down. A diving Savannah Rogers couldn't do much on that one as Tampa extends their lead back to 3. They're tied largest of the set. Now Matt Carter is back to serve. Here's Carter. Tops the net, and it's a quick set over by Ashcraft, but that didn't fool the Spartans. Schreck's gonna dig it. Now Palm Beach Atlantic with a chance, but the dig goes over, and it's blocked on the spike from Schreck. Now Schreck will again dig it over, and Palm Beach Atlantic has a chance for redemption, but they won't get it. Megan Schreck stuffs Gabby Ashcraft at the net, and it's 8-4 Tampa. Timeout called as Palm Beach Atlantic doesn't want this second set getting away from them early. Tampa on a 3-0 run, and they lead it by 4 in set number 2. Matt Carter back to serve as Tampa leads it 8-4. Going for the far side, it's Zylstra who just misses long. That was as close to a line clipper as you'll get. And Matt Carter trying to keep the rally going for the Spartans. 5-point lead, matching Tampa's, extending Tampa's largest lead of the second set. Stokes to Zylstra. Into the net, and Tampa has it 10-4, and they've got these sailfish on their heels in this one. Six-point lead, and Matt Carter on a 4-0 scoring run. That one's an easy dig up for Savannah Rogers. Zylstra off the block and down, and the run ended. After 4 straight points for Tampa, they still have doubled up the sailfish so far. 10-5 the score as a couple of subs exchange. Harper Stokes leaves the match. Sydney Corbett is now on to serve. First year from Fort Pierce Central in St. Lucie. Seput, the far side, Schreck blocked and just down. Haley Dillon was maybe an inch too far as she had to dive to try and knock that over. Here is Corbett again. Seput the set and the quick spike and the kill. Rachel Gregg knocks it down, and Gregg now leads all scorers with 4 kills in 6 attempts. .667 hit percentage for Gregg. And now it'll be Zoe Seput back to serve. The star setter for Tampa sends it over. Ashcraft to Zylstra. Seput with a diving stop. Now Ramirez the dig. Schreck taps it over, and it gets through the sailfish for a Spartan kill. Megan Schreck 2 kills now in 4 attempts, but 2 errors as well. She has been key off the bench as both teams go to their benches on a second timeout from Palm Beach Atlantic. 12-6 Spartans in set number 2. Spartans on the serve, up 12-6 as Chapman lofts it over. Now a chance for Tampa. Ramirez, the dig to Vasky, off the block, and a great leaping bump from the libero Rogers. Seput and Ramirez continue to hustle as Vasky is blocked again. Zylstra, not sure if that hit the net or the Spartans. Vasky and Gregg were there for Tampa, but anyway you slice it, the Spartans continue to roll here in the second set. 13-6 the score as Tampa has won 3 straight points, with the last 2 coming on Zoe Seput's serve. Here she is. Ashcraft, the back set, blocked, and Schrenger makes the play. Now Schreck over the block, and a diving dig from Rogers. Ramirez dives, and that one is punched over for a kill by Sydney Corbett. The outside hitter gets it through. And now Tampa's lead is down to 6. 13-7 the score, with the 7 serving as Gabby Ashcraft, the Texan first year, goes back to serve on the far side of the court. One punch down, near side, blocked down! It was Santuary for the Sailfish. But 2 up front, Vasky and Gregg combine on the block to put Tampa ahead of the Sailfish by 7. Powerful serve from Megan Schreck. The back set, tapped over the block, and Ramirez dives for the dig. Here's Vasky, punches it down the line, and just goes wide for the Sailfish point. 14-8 now to score, and that was certainly close. Just missing that far sideline as Zylstra goes back to serve. Vasky, another one spiked long, and it's 14-9 now. 3 straight points for Palm Beach Atlantic, with 2 coming on Zylstra's serve. 14-9 the lead for Tampa. Seput the back set. Schrenger with the punch. It's dug up. Palm Beach is going to have to dig this one over, but it goes well out of bounds. And Tampa now up 15-9. JJ Ramirez back to serve. Her and Anna Rivera have been switching off in libero duties. Here's Ramirez. Lobbed over, and that hits the wrong side of the net for a service error. It's been a relatively error-free game. Tampa, though, with 8 attack errors and now 4 service errors on the night. And now they lead 15-10. Service from Savannah Rogers is Seput, sets it for Schrenger. Tapped over, and it's set up by Ashcraft. Near side, Sansueri has it blocked, and Schreck to Seput to Schrenger. Too much on the spike from Zylstra as it goes over and out of bounds. Lead back up to 6 for the Spartans. Ramira and Rivera's switch again. And Jenna Vasky comes off as well for the Spartans. Here's Haley Dillon back to serve. Zylstra sends it towards the seats and into the seats for an ace by Haley Dillon. Her third ace of the match. That leads all servers. And the fifth ace for the Spartans, who matched their largest lead of this set by 7 points. Zylstra, Ashcraft, a power punch from Stokes, but right to Ramirez. Seput going forward. Schreck has it blocked, and it just clips the line as the Sailfish get the score. 6-point lead now for the Spartans, as Julia Santuari is now going to serve. The graduate transfer from Auburn Montgomery. Dug over by Rivera, and that is blocked right down, 17-12, now the score. Spartans still in the lead, but since the opening of the set, Palm Beach has not trailed by less than 2. And that one's going to hit the net. Tampa will retain serve. 18-12 is now the score, with Tampa leading. Schrenger back to serve. Zylstra up to Ashcraft. Stokes blocked. And now Ashcraft sets it up. Zylstra will have to set it over. Big chance for the Spartans. And Mac Carter, like a Mack truck, hitting that one and gets the kill. Carter with her third kill in just 4 attempts. And now the Spartans are within closing distance of this second set. A tough set. Zylstra is going to have to dig it over, and here's a big chance. Seput, Carter on the fake. Schreck off the block, and it goes out of bounds, and Spartans get to 21st as they now lead by 8. Their largest lead of this set. Tampa has been in complete control of this one since the start of the first set. And that does not seem to be changing anytime soon as Harper Stokes comes in for Alex McGeehan, 6'3" middle hitter from Minnesota. 8-point lead for the Spartans on Schrenger's serve. Ashcraft to Chapman, fresh off the bench, and it is going to be a violation on Tampa. So Palm Beach Atlantic will get the point and the serve. 2013 the score. Chapman will go behind the line to send it over. Chapman's serve is into the net, and Tampa is now 4 points away from a 2-0 lead. Anna Rivera quickly subbed off for Rachel Gregg, and Mac Carter will be back to serve. Carter has been efficient. 3 kills and 4 tries with an assist and a dig as well. A nice game so far for the sophomore out of Vieira, Florida. That one dug up on the tap over from McGeehan. More power from Schreck there as Zylstra is going to dig it up. And now Chapman from the back. Carter on the dig. Seput, quick spike, but it's blocked up by Rogers. Zylstra into the net, and Tampa doesn't touch. They now are 3 points away from a second set win. Carter still back to serve. Powerful one over the middle as Rogers spins up the dig. That is Santuari. And a tap over the block, recovered by McGeehan. And that one's pushed long. Schrenger to Seput. Now Schreck right at Rogers, but it's dug back over. Dillon to Seput, sets it over, and Rogers makes the save. Someone touched the net, and it's Palm Beach who did. Now Tampa is within 2 of taking set number 2. Tampa back up by double digits for the first time since ending that first set. They won it 25-15, now it's 23-13. Carter's serve dug up by Savannah Rogers. Zylstra taps it off the block. Seput tries to set it over, but she gets stuck. And now Seput has another chance. Here's Schreck. Dug up. Far side for Zylstra. Right at Tess Schrenger. The chance for Schreck. Right to Rogers. McGeehan, no. Seput, the one-handed set. Schreck can't get it over. And the long point goes to the Sailfish, who now trail by 9. Matt Carter is off, Anna Rivera is in. Savannah Rogers is off, and the new server Sydney Corbett is in. Also checking out is Alex McGeehan. Here's Corbett. Power spike from Shrek, blocked towards the middle, so it's saved. And a nice diving stop by Dillon. That one is set over from Schrenger. Big chance for Palm Beach here. Ashcraft. And the spike is blocked. Dillon gets it as the front play allows Tampa to set it over. And the Sailfish spike it long to give Tampa back the serve and a match point. Or a set point, excuse me. Anna Rivera out, JJ Ramirez in, Zoe Seput back to serve. She already has 1 ace today, 14 assists and 2 kills as well. 10-point lead for Tampa as that one skips off the net. Ashcraft sets it up, and that one is lobbed over and out of bounds, so Tampa takes set number 2. Kelsey Rogers on the error, and Tampa cruising to back-to-back double-digit set wins. 25-15 in set 1, 25-14 in set 2. Tampa up 2-0 in sets. They look to close it out in 3 when we return. We're back here at the University of Tampa in the middle of the first point of this third set. 2-0 Tampa, and now they start off set 3 with a kill. Abby Zylstra now wearing the libero jersey for the Sailfish as Zoe Seput goes back to serve again for the Spartans. One serving nothing, 2 sets serving 0 in a Sunshine State Conference match between teams 1 and the last place team in the SSC. Schleck taps it over the block, and that's a kill for the Spartans. And this domination of Palm Beach Atlantic is nothing new for Tampa. Tampa is 22-5 since these two teams met for the first time in 2001, including a 13-2 record here in Tampa Bay, as Zylstra makes a diving dig that goes out of bounds and secures the ace for Zoe Seppa. 3-0 Spartan run to start off the third set. And Tampa has won each of the last 6 matches against the Sailfish without allowing Palm Beach Atlantic to secure a set, as Seppa secures her second consecutive service ace. 3-0 wins for Tampa, dating all the way back to December of 2021 in the postseason. In the regular season that year here at the Bob in 2021, it was a 3-1 Spartans win over Palm Beach Atlantic, and that was the last time that the Sailfish took a set off of Palm Beach, and you'd have to go back even further to 2018. Here at the Bob as well, a 3-1 loss for Tampa against the Sailfish back in October of 2018. As Vasky dives but can't keep it up. And the first point of the set for Palm Beach finally arrives after Tampa gets out to a 5-0 start. Five 1, Tampa in the lead. And here's Gabby Ashcraft. Dug up by Lainey Perdue, a quick spike, not gonna do it. Now for Kelsey Rogers, blocked over, and it's back for the Sailfish, and that is gonna find the floor, giving Palm Beach a second point. 5-2 the score with the 2 serving as Gabby Ashcraft sends it over. Seput, the far set to Schleck, and it's knocked off the block and stays in. 6-2 Tampa. We have reached the hour mark in this match. Tampa has already won the first 2 sets by a combined 21 points and now lead by 4 as Megan Schleck serves in set 3. A tough dig, and that's kind of saved by Kelsey Rogers. High arcing dig from Zylstra to get it over. Big chance, and the spike is dug up again by Zylstra, libero, to start this third set. Zylstra digs it over. It's blocked forward by Schrenger, but Palm Beach comes up with it. Spike off the block, and it goes down. And it's Savannah Rogers with the kill to make it 6-3, with 3 now serving 6, as Sydney Corbett is back to serve for Palm Beach Atlantic. 3-6, and it just gets down before Lainey Perdue can put her hands on the floor. It's an ace for Corbett, just the second of the day for Palm Beach Atlantic. And now the Spartans lead by 2. Vasky has it blocked, but she recovers with a one-handed bump. Schrenger with the spike and the kill. 3-point lead now for Tampa as Tess Schrenger gets just her second kill of the match and balloons the Spartans' lead back to 4 as the liberos swap. Lainey Perdue off, Anna Rivera is on as the Spartans resting much of their starters late in the season, nearing towards playoff time, and another match on Tuesday for UT. Seput, the set to the lefty Vasquez, and a tough dig, but it's worked up by Ashcraft. Now the spike bounces off the block. Seput, quick punch from Carter, but it just misses wide. Point goes to the Sailfish. the new libero, Abby Zylstra, back to serve. 7-5 the lead for the Spartans. Here's Vasky. Diving stop made by Ashcraft, and that one is blocked on the attempt from Chapman. This time coming from the back, and it ends up as a kill. Zylstra will go back to serve, giving a pat to Sydney Corbett, who gets the kill. And Corbett now with 3 kills in 14 attempts, but 3 of those have been errors. And this match is tied for the first time since it was 0-0. 7-7 now the score, and Palm Beach Atlantic on a run here. 3 straight points for the Sailfish as Zylstra tries to give Palm Beach their first lead of the match. They do not. Massive kill by Matt Carter to put the Spartans back out ahead as Lainey Perdue is replaced by Anna Rivera. Zoe Seput is replaced by Kayla Dondero, who's back to serve. Jenna Vasky also will exit, and on for her is Haley Dillon. Serve from Dondero, first-year setter who makes her first appearance. As Dondero gets the dig, Schrenger falls on the spike. That one knocks off the net. The set back from Dondero. Dillon lobs it over the block, and that falls in for a kill. Haley Dillon wasting no time getting on the score sheet. Just her second attack attempt and her first kill of the match. Only 4 Spartans without a kill so far, and 3 of them are liberos. The other one is Kayla Dondero, who just checked in for the first time and got an assist on that last kill. Dondero's back to serve, 9 serving 7 in favor of the Spartans. And set down the middle. Ashcraft lobs it up. Chapman misjudges the jump, and that attack error gives it a 3-point lead back to Tampa. Dondero serves it into the net. And what was a solid first service until that point ends a 3-0 run on the service error. This is the 5th service error of the match for Tampa. We now wait the serve from Savannah Rogers. Dillon off the block. Rogers is there to dig it up. And Stokes gets the own miss after the dig, rebounds back to her. Schrenger on the spike. It's set up by Rogers. And that one off the block, but no, it didn't hit the block. It's out of bounds, and it's 11-8. Spartans get the point there. Lead returns to 3 as Tess Schrenger comes back to serve. Ashcraft to the far side. Chapman splits the defense and gets the kill for Palm Beach Atlantic. Addison Chapman, still 4 errors to now 3 kills, but that one puts Palm Beach Atlantic within 2 as the Sailfish are back to serve with guess who? Addison Chapman. Pick up by Perdue. Back set from Dondero to Dillon. That bounces off of Chapman and towards the bench. Out of bounds for a Spartan point. Lainey Perdue will exit. Megan Schreck in now. Jenna Davis with Kayla Dondero, Haley Dillon, Tess Schrenger, and the server Matt Carter. 3-point lead for the Spartans as the spike goes long from Gabby Ashcraft, and the Spartans open up their largest lead of set number 3 with, they're 1 point away from equaling their largest lead of set number 3, up 13-9. Here's Carter. Sliced up by Chapman. Forward by Savannah Rogers over the block, but it's set up by Dondero. Schreck will set that over. Here's a chance for Palm Beach Atlantic. The back set for Stokes off the block and into the seats. Point Palm Beach Atlantic. 3-point lead again for the Spartans. Serve over. Dondero the set, and a nifty move by Davis, but it just goes out of bounds, and she tried to lob that over the Sailfish block, but it went out of bounds for a point for Palm Beach Atlantic. Here is Stokes on the serve. Dug up, far side for Schreck, pounds it off the block, and now within one are the Sailfish. Harper Stokes on a 3-0 scoring run as the server, trying to tie this match up here in the third set. Schreck has her spike blocked, and Dondero sets it for Dillon. Sailfish looking to tie it up. Lobbed over the block. Dillon saves it. That goes all the way back. Schrenger's not going to be able to get that over, and that will tie up the match. 13-13. A 4-point and a 5-point deficit have now been erased in this third set by the Sailfish, who had scored 4 straight points as they try to take their first lead in the third set. And Dillon with a diving dig almost goes under the net as the Sailfish have a chance. That one dug up by Dondero, and it goes over the scorer's table. And the Sailfish take their first lead of the set. 14-13 Palm Beach. They have not led yet today until this very moment. A 5-0 scoring run for the Sailfish as Dondero sets it to Schreck, who just pulverizes that one to tie things up at 14. Megan Schreck with a dominant spike as Dondero, Rivera, and Dillon check out. Seput will return, as will Genovaski and Laney Purdue. 14-14 the score. Here's Seput. Spike off the block, diving dig by Purdue. Vasky blocked, and it's dug up by Seput. Now it's Schreck, taps it over, and the Sailfish now with a chance. Over the block again, almost caught by Seput, but just late. 15-14 as Palm Beach gets the lead back, and Rivera now coming on for Laney Purdue. Back set and a kill. Seput to Davis, and we're tied. $15-all, and Megan Schreck back to serve for the Spartans. Far side, easy dig on the Kelsey Rogers spike. And Schrenger bounces it off the Sailfish to give Tampa back the lead. 16-15 now, with a 16 serving in the form of Megan Schreck. Schreck leads the team with 6 kills, has 3 digs and 2 blocks. And now a service error evens up the match at 16. So on comes Rivera, off comes Purdue in a straight swap of the Spartan Liberos. Now it's Sydney Corbin. Seput, back set to Vasky. It's tipped up. Now Schlenger, right to Zylstra. Far side, that is saved by Anna Rivera. Good dig by Schreck. And now Zylstra, the libero, to the far side. Blocked down, but Vasky is there as it went back over Tampa's net. And Schlenger has it blocked. Seput digs it. And Vasky is going to have to send it over. We keep going here in this third set, right until now. Jenna Davis and Tess Schrenger combining on the block, and Tampa takes the lead right back. 17-16 the score as Purdue replaces the libero Rivera as the server. 8 points between the Spartans and another 3-0 win. Off the block, Vasky keeps it alive. Good communication from Tampa. Doesn't pay off there on the nice dig from Palm Beach Atlantic. And that is just going to clip the back corner to even up the score at 17 apiece. A great third set after the first two had started out kind of lopsided once Tampa worked back into this game. Ziltra, the serve. That spike block, separate, now trying again, this time to Vasky, and a good set. A nice stop from separate, trying to tip it over to Schrenger. She can't get there, it's 17 all. Sorry, 18 to 17 now with Palm Beach out ahead. And back to serve once again is Abby Zilstra, junior at Community Christian High School in Hudsonville, Michigan. Zilstra, the serve. Vasky over everybody. Chance for Palm Beach. Chapman on the spike, and it bounces off of Schreck. And Palm Beach Atlantic has their largest lead of the match. 19-17 Sailfish as Chris Katanak calls a Spartan timeout.
I don't just want to know. I want to see, feel, experience for myself.
I know I have what it takes to make an impact. Resilience, drive.
I chose a school that shows what a beautiful life, a beautiful faith, a beautiful community looks like. Because we were chosen for this.
Tampa in a rare spot where they trail to the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish, but they lead 2-1. And Schrenger's spike finds an outstretched arm of Palm Beach Atlantic, and now they get the serve back and pull within one. 19-18 the score. And now Kayla Dondero back in the serve, the 6'1" first year from Highlands Ranch in Colorado. Here's Dondero. Off the top of the net, Chapman, and now Stokes has it stuffed. Matt Carter and Haley Dillon combined on the block. And just like that, Tampa has tied it up. 3-0 run for the Spartans coming out of the timeout. As Kayla Dondero, who already has had a good service in this match, in this set rather, is back. Trying to break the tie, and Palm Beach does it. A spike from, I believe it was Savannah Rogers, that puts Palm Beach as the first team to 20 for the first time. It has been all Tampa. It was all Tampa in the first two sets, but the Sailfish are finally fighting back in the third. Dondero with a nice cross-court set to Dillon, who bounces it off the block, and she hits the net. That's going to put Palm Beach back up by 2 on the net violation. And it's 21-19. Powerful spike coming in, and Tampa takes the serve right back. Matt Carter with her 5th kill of the match, 2nd among Spartans. And here's Tess Schrenger. Ashcraft to Stokes. Powerful spike, and it's dug into the stands. And now Palm Beach Atlantic is 3 points away from extending this match. Chapman sends it over. Rivera, Dondero, Connor Rahm to the back line. And Ron, getting her first action since the first set, gets kill number 3 on the mat. Big service here for Matt Carter and the Spartans. Quick set over, and they find some open space. Addison Chapman with a crucial point as the Sailfish are now back ahead by 2, within 2 points of taking their first set against the Spartans since 2021. 23-21 the score in set 3. Sailfish have not stopped believing here in this one. They were trailing for much of this set and now have a 2-point lead, 2 points away from taking a set against the Spartans. Did that hit the block? It didn't. Now it's set point for Palm Beach Atlantic. Harper Stokes will be back to serve as the Spartans will bring on a couple starters. JJ Ramirez and Zoe Seput to replace Kayla Dondero and Haley Dillon as Tampa tries to keep their hopes for a 7th straight sweep of Palm Beach Atlantic alive. 24-21, first set point for PBA as they lead by 3. Far side, Connor Ron delivers. Sorry, that was Megan Schleck who punched that down the far sideline. And now Palm Beach Atlantic will have to win this on Tampa's serve. JJ Ramirez exits after the point, and Zoe Seput is back to serve as Tampa trying to stay in this third set. 24-22, Sailfish lead. That one's tapped over the block, but right at Seput. Purdue, far side for Schreck. And that is out of bounds. And for the first time in 3 years, Palm Beach Atlantic has taken a set off the Tampa Spartans. 25-22 after the Spartans won the first 2 sets in double digits. And there will be a set number 4. 2-1 in sets. 25-15, 25-14, 22-25. Palm Beach leads 2 sets to 1 when we return. We switch sides again as Palm Beach Atlantic trying to turn the tables on the Spartans. But Tampa leads it 2-1 here in set number 4. It's been another match of Tampa resting a lot of their starters, with J.J. Ramirez missing the entire second set and all but 1 point in the third set. She and Zoe Seput have continued to come out. Natalie Perez has not been seen since set 1, neither has Callie Kors. So some of the key players for Tampa resting in this match against the conference worst, Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish, who just took their first set off the Spartans since 2021. And not for long is this score tied. Rachel Gregg flying in for the spike, and it's 1-0 Tampa. Now Megan Schreck back to serve, the junior from the Cornelius School, or from Cornelius in North Carolina. And she sends the serve long on the service error to even the match at 1-1. High toss from Corbett, who sends the serve over. Seppa with a back set, and Gregg comes flying in, but the kill is dug up. And it's blocked over, it stays on the Spartan side. Dylan and Gregg can't come up with it. It's 2-1 now, Palm Beach Atlantic. The earliest they have had a lead in a set, as they now lead it by 1 point. And an error. Sydney Corbett gives the serve back to Tampa with the service error, the 6th of the match for Palm Beach Atlantic. Here's J.J. Ramirez. Long point as the Sailfish try to send it over. Chapman is stuck, and the Spartans retake the lead. Matt Carter and Haley Dillon able to get there. Now Ramirez on the serve, 3-2 lead for the Spartans as that one almost touches the upturn hoop. Dillon spikes it over the net, and not too many hits there. Palm Beach getting into the nick of time. And that one is punched forward by Schrenger, and it's a 2-point lead for the Spartans. To the score, here's J.J. Ramirez. Seppa Ramirez comes in from the back. Now Dillon sets up the spike, and it's dug up by Ashcraft. Here's Chapman. Blocked. Chapman gets it right back. Now to the near side, over the block, and Dillon saves it with the set. Now Schrenger blocked. Carter sets it up. Dillon met at the net, and Chapman, I thought she blocked it, but someone on Palm Beach Atlantic must have touched the net. Kelsey Rogers was there as well, so her or Chapman were potentially violating the net rule, and Tampa back up by 3. J.J. Ramirez continues the service, 3-0 run for the Spartans. As that one is blocked, as Kelsey Rogers try to knock that forward. Reset for Palm Beach Atlantic as that's dug up. Matt Carter, just a bit much on the spike, and it goes out of bounds to even it up, to make it 5-3. Second error of the night for Matt Carter in 8 attempts. Two-point lead for Tampa as Abby Zylstra comes in. J.J. Ramirez gets the dig off the Chapman spike. Here's Schrenger, blocked, and it hangs up. Zylstra sets it back for Chapman, off the net, and the Spartans get away with one. 6-3 now as Tampa resumes a 3-point lead. Kayla Dondero and Haley Dillon will, Kayla Dondero will replace Haley Dillon. Zoe Seput is going to be replaced by Jenna Vasky. Diving dig and a power spike from Stokes. And Harper Stokes, 6 kills in 16 attempts with just 1 error. Gets the service back for Palm Beach Atlantic as Savannah Rogers, who started the match as the libero, is now coming back to serve. Diving stops an ace as Schrenger pulverizes one. Ricochets off Zylstra, and Tampa takes it the lead back by 3. After the 5th kill of the match from Tess Schrenger, she is now back to serve for the Spartans. 7-4 the lead, a 2-1 advantage in set 4. Stokes, diving stop by Ramirez, and it's tapped over the wall by Schreck. Far side for Chapman, over the block, and out of bounds. Tampa has an 8-4 lead, their largest of the set. Schrenger again. Ashcraft. Stokes gets it to the back corner, and it's a kill for Harper Stokes. Now tied for the team lead. 7 kills, along with Kelsey Rogers, though Rogers hitting at a 167 clip, while Stokes is hitting at 333. 7 kills and 1 error in 18 attempts. Ramirez slices it up. Dondero with a set. Schreck off the block, and it stays on Palm Beach's side. 9-5 now the score. Matt Carter will come back to serve, and she's had a great game for Tampa. 375 hitting percentage, is 3rd on the team, and 5 kills, is tied for 2nd. She also has 2 digs and 2 blocks as Palm Beach Atlantic ends Carter's serve by getting the point. 9-6 now. Tampa has still led for almost the entirety of this set. Megan Schreck, did that stay in? It did not. Good idea. She sent that right down the near sideline, but it was out of bounds, and now Palm Beach Atlantic pulls within 2. 9-7 the score. Stokes serves it. Dondero the back set. Vasky with the kill, skipping it off a pair of sailfish. And the lead back up to 3, 10-7 now in favor of the Spartans. So Seput and Dillon replacing Dondero and Vasky. Zoe Seput comes back to serve. 10-7 now the score for the Spartans. Seput the serve. Ashcraft tries to tap it over. It's blocked, but stays on the Spartans side. Schreck over the block, and a violation called on Palm Beach. It looked like Gabby Ashcraft touched the net. And it's 11-7, Tampa back up by 4. Dillon punches it down. A mistake by the sailfish. And Haley Dillon continues to deliver, getting her 4th kill in 11 chances. 5-point lead for the Spartans, and now it's down to 4 as Palm Beach gets another kill. Back to serve is Chapman for Palm Beach Atlantic. Check that, it's Ashcraft. Now Dillon taps it over. There's Ashcraft. As that one is blocked. Diving is Seput. She makes the dig. Set by Ramirez, and Dillon calmly spikes it. Chapman to Ashcraft. Dumped over by Rogers. No. And a powerful spike gets down for Rachel Gray. 13-8 the score. Callie Coors comes in to replace Megan Schreck. First action that Coors has seen since the first set. And the Spartans trying to put some extra distance between them and the Sailfish and close this match out in set 4. Here's Coors. Diving save by Zylstra, but it's not enough as the volleyball reaches the seats. And it's an ace for Callie Coors. Her first touch of the volleyball since the first set. turns into her first ace of the match and team leading 27. Coors and the rest of the Spartans will take a timeout after it was called by Jeff Hebner. 14-8 Spartans in set number 4.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
There was a 2-1 lead at the start of the set for Palm Beach Atlantic. Since then, Tampa has outscored the Sailfish 12-7 as they lead it 14-8 with Callie Coors serving up by a set in set number 4. Here's the senior, Callie Coors, who sends it over the middle. Chapman to Ashcraft. This punch by Rogers that's blocked, and Zilstra bumps it out of bounds as Callie Coors will continue a 3-0 run. 15-8 Spartans, they're 10 away from their 13th consecutive victory over Palm Beach Atlantic. And it's an ace for Callie Coors. Smolders one down the far sideline, and now Tampa has doubled up on the Sailfish, up 16-8 here in the 4th set. Coors again looking to make it 4 straight points. Or 5 straight, excuse me. Back up. Quick set over, and no one's there. Gabby Ashcraft with an intelligent play to just push the ball over the top of the net and make it 16-9. Quick spike, and it's Rachel Gregg once again. She has been a master of those quick spikes, and the Spartans' lead is back up to 8 here in the 4th set. They're hoping to make it a final set as they lead it 2-1, and JJ Ramirez is on to serve for Tampa. Diving bump by Seput. Set by Coors, and it's tapped over by Haley Dillon. Ashcraft. Rogers taps it over. Dillon saves it. Tampa on the recovery. Schrenger off the block, and it's going to bounce around the Sailfish. Chapman is blocked. Nice set by Ashcraft, and Carter a bit too far. Seppa tries to back tap it, and reaching over the net is Kelsey Rogers. 18-9 in favor of Tampa, and they are 7 points away from clinching a 13th consecutive win over Palm Beach Atlantic. On the season, Tampa has won each of their last 7 matches, as the referee denies the appeal from Jeff Hebner. It seems pretty clear that Rogers reached over for the violation to get her hand on that ball. 18-9 the score. Rogers tries to tap it over, and Dillon and Ramirez avoid a collision as they both go to ground to dive for that ball, and Rogers gets redemption with a kill. Dillon punches it, bounces off of Ashcraft and out of bounds. 9-point lead. Timeout called by Palm Beach Atlantic. Tampa 6 points away from an 8th straight win They lead it 19-10 and 2 sets to 1 when we return to the fourth set.
I don't just want to know. I want to see, feel, experience for myself.
I know I have what it takes to make an impact. Resilience, drive.
I chose a school that shows what a beautiful life, a beautiful faith, a beautiful community looks like. Because we were chosen for this.
Kayla Dondero had a solid third set for the Spartans. Now she's back to serve as they're within striking distance of taking this match. And Tess Schrager with a boomstick on a dig that went too far, and Schrager just punched it down, and now the Spartans are up by 10. 5 points remain for the Spartans in between them and an 8th straight win, but Dondero's serve falls into the net, and it's 20-11. Now it is Savannah Rogers, former libero, now back in as a setter, and she is back to serve. Nice set from Dondero. Schrenger with another punch, and Zylstra is right there. Now Chapman to Purdue, Dondero to Vasky, over the block, and a nice save from Ashcraft. Vasky blocks it over, and Ashcraft is there again. Here's Chapman over the block, but right to Dondero. And that one is punched down by Schrenger. 22-11, and the Spartans have the serve. They're 3 points away. Megan Schreck takes off Callie Kors. J.J. Ramirez takes off Lainey Purdue. And now the Spartans back to serve at 21-11. Schrenger on the service as that one is blocked. And it stays on the Sailfish side. Vasky, Carter, and Schreck were up front there for Tampa, who now lead by 11 and have 3 points to go to clinch this match. Here's Tess Schrenger. Zylstra sets it up, and a tough into-body dig from Schrenger. Diving stop there by Rogers, and a miss-hit spike by Chapman. And Addison Chapman has her 8th error of the game. That leaves all attackers. And now the Spartans are within 2. 3-0 run for Tampa. 23-11 the score. That one sent over, dug up by Schrenger. Carter gets it to the line, and the Spartans now have match point. 25-12 in set 1. 25-14 in set 2. 22-25 in set 3. And now match point Spartans in set 4. Took a weird bounce off the net. Vasky for the match, blocked. Dondero, a nice dig, and that's going to be sent over by Schrock. Ashcraft to Stokes. She keeps the match alive as Harper Stokes bounces one on the sideline to make it 24-12. Now Chapman to serve as Purdue replaces Ramirez as the Spartan libero. Still a match point for Tampa. Schreck, that does it! Megan Schreck, with her match-leading 11th kill, seals the win for the Spartans. A 4-set victory, a 13th consecutive win over Palm Beach Atlantic, an 8th consecutive win in 2024 as the Spartans cement their status as the Sunshine State Conference's top team improving to a record of 12-2 in conference play, 20-2 overall, with 8 wins here at the Bob. 25-15 in set 1, 25-14 in set 2, 22-25 in set 3, and 25-12 in set number 4. The Tampa Spartans with an 8th straight victory, and still a couple more games on this season as the Spartans seem poised to lock up the top seed in the Sunshine State Conference Tournament. That'll do it for the weekend, as we'll be back. I'll have the call at 7 p.m. on Tuesday as the Spartans take on Florida Southern before 2 road games and a final 3 matches preceding Thanksgiving weekend here at home for the Tampa Spartans. But a 4-set win for Tampa for their 8th straight victory sends Spartan fans home happy on Saturday night. And for those of you who tuned in, I'm Josh Sperber, here to thank all of you for watching this Spartan Volleyball production on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. For the fantastic production crew here at the University of Tampa, once again, I'm Josh Sperber, thanking all of you for tuning in and hoping all of you enjoy your weekend. Have a great one, everybody.